Okay, it's on now. Um, I view the situation from a very different perspectives because being in the media, we get to, a lot of times you see the media, you hear from us, but we're giving you the facts and not how we feel. And I spent 13 years working in the state legislature, worked with the Legislative Black Caucus, worked with a lot of the legislators, I've worked on every presidential campaign since John Kerry. There is what we have to do next. There's a lot of things that are taking place right now. One of the major things we have to do is that's stay focused. We have to translate the energy of this movement into lasting change. We have to realize and understand and learn from our elders how to play the game, but it's time, I'm 45 years, it's time for us to sit down. You guys need to start standing up and taking a leadership role. We've spoken, I've spoken with a lot of you about this. When I was in the legislature, and that was over 20 years ago now, most of the same people still up there in office. The same people. It's about leadership. You guys have something on your side, the world, and you have right. What happened in Minneapolis, from the black community, it's our Me Too movement now. Just like what Me Too did for women, women for years knew how they were being mistreated in the workplace. And we maybe agreed, or it wasn't that bad. This is our Me Too movement. And we realize the world has realized what we're going through. And so we gotta stay focused and we gotta make sure that we understand how to play the game and not get caught up. Because what's going on now, and as a journalist, I read a lot of the police reports and the incidents and things that take place. And what's happening now is you have a lot of legislators, a lot of our elected officials, they're doing things to just say, I did something, okay? Understand what's going on. You have we need legislative change and understand, we need to know the difference between policy and legislation, okay? We need to really understand. Policy means we're gonna try to do this. We're gonna govern ourselves this way. But if we don't, you may get fired. Law has teeth, that if you don't do it, then this is what happens. These are the consequences. You have a lot of cities now banning chokeholds. Now understand, chokeholds is a bad thing, but most departments already don't discourage chokeholds. We in the black community, we don't have a problem with chokeholds. Most of the people that are being killed with guns. The problem is use of force. We need to change the use of force. Don't be fooled by them just giving you something, say, here, look what I did. That wasn't the issue. We don't have a problem with police brutality. Police brutality is simply police roughing you up and they may take you to jail. You may wind up with a bloody nose or black eye. That's not the case. Our kids are ending up dead. This is not brutality, it's murder. And so we need to understand when politicians come to you, they're going to give you something. Because what they saw was what this young man here brought thousands of young people that we can't reach to the State House. That is a problem and they're scared. You have the power now, but you have to use it. And you have to understand that they're going to try to take you down the wrong road. We need laws to legislate to tell them to stop killing us. We need to reform the use of force. You should not be able to kill a person that does not have a weapon. That's it. That's the end of the discussion. I've read the city of Columbia's police policy. It's laughable. We need to understand they're killing us. We need to talk to our elected leaders. That's where it starts. Unfortunately, United States, we have Republicans and Democrats. We don't have any influence on Republicans. We don't vote for them. You only have influence on the people that you vote for and you put in office. You have to talk to them, and you have to dictate to them what needs to be done and what needs to be changed. And I understand that they're killing us. The world is standing with us, and we have to have this uncomfortable conversation. Politicians understand, and you are the future. All revolutions, the civil rights movement was started by young people. So I can't tell you how to fight this fight, but what we can do is tell you what you should be focused on. And you gotta focus on law and legislation. Don't get caught up in policy. It's a game. City of Columbia policy may be one thing, Richland County and Lexington gonna have a whole nother policy if you get stopped over there. We need laws to govern how they interact. They need to stop killing us, and we need to understand, we need to make sure that at every level, we are making sure that our elected officials at every level understand this is what we want. We got to stop all the fandom with politicians taking selfies and all this. They're your employees. They work for you. This makes no sense to have people in office 40 years. They're not going to do anything innovative. And so we need you young people. It's your time. And I can't tell you how to fight it, but what I can tell you is what to focus on. And the issue is law. And not just voting, you gotta know who you're voting for. There's been a lot in the news since Trump. We can't stand Trump. But the problem is that everything Trump has done has been legal. It's the system that allows him to do it. It might not be right, it might be unethical, but the law gives him ability to do it. We have to change the law, and you have to get legislators, county council, city council people in there to change the law. And you got to focus on that. Yes, voting in politics, it is a quid pro quo. If I vote for you, I want something in return. It is not to let anybody fool you. Just go vote. Just go vote. No. Just go vote is getting us killed. Majority of the cities that these young black men and young women were killed by police have Democratic mayors and they have Democratic elected sheriff officers. That is not the problem. The problem is we don't understand how the game is being played, and they're legislating and they're putting laws in place to kill us, and we are settling for a policy. It is not about policy. Voting in politics is a quid pro quo. I will vote for you if you do this for my community.